At the start of the anime, a town is bombed, causing chaos. A girl runs with her mom, but they get separated, and she is teleported away by magical fire. In the present, a 37-year-old man describes his dull life. He is stabbed while saving a friend, but hears a voice saying his pain is nullified and healing has started. He asks his friend to destroy his hard drive. As he dies, he dissolves and turns into a slime, discovering he can absorb objects and gain their properties. A voice, great sage, explains his new abilities. Exploring, he meets a dragon named Vendora, imprisoned for 300 years after destroying a town. They become friends, bonding over their loneliness. Meanwhile, his friend destroys his computer as promised. The dragon and slime talk about the dragon's imprisonment for 300 years. The dragon, emotional, says he can stay imprisoned for another 100 years until his magic runs out, producing rare crystals and herbs. The dragon will die after 100 years. Slime proposes using his predatory ability to swallow the dragon and the prison, weakening the cage to free the dragon. The dragon laughs and likes the plan. Before proceeding, they decide to name each other, which boosts their abilities. Slime names the slime Rimuru, and the dragon names the dragon Tempest. Rimuru evolves and gains new abilities after absorbing Tempest. They find the monsters in chaos after the dragon's disappearance. Rimuru absorbs various creatures, including a snake and a spider, gaining new abilities and learning to speak. Rimuru encounters goblins who request help to protect their village from wolves. Rimuru agrees in exchange for their loyalty, and the goblins are grateful, hoping Rimuru can save them. Rimuru observes the goblins and predicts their defeat in war, but the goblins insist they're ready to fight. Acknowledging their enthusiasm, Rimuru heals the injured goblins with a potion, surprising everyone. Meanwhile, werewolves plan to attack the goblins, but are stopped by an invisible barrier and sharp strings protecting the village. Their leader fails to break through and retreats, causing fear among the werewolves. Rimuru names the goblins, boosting their morale, and names one werewolf, Ranga, evolving the werewolf clan into the Tempest Wolves. Rimuru sets new rules: no fighting among themselves, no harming humans, and no attacking the weak. He promotes unity and plans for food, shelter, and clothing. Rimuru leads a group to a human town to find skilled cloth makers, eager to strengthen their community. Rimuru, riding Ranga, journeys with goblins to the city of dwarves to find artists. He travels with Rolger, two others, and their guide Gofta. Nearing the city, Rimuru learns Rolger's brother was named by a demon lord, making him reflect on the excitement of demon lords and heroes. Rimuru asks Ranga why he hasn't sought revenge for his father's death. Ranga forgave Rimuru because he named them. As they camp, Gofta describes the city as a place for monsters, elves, and humans to coexist, ruled by the hero king. Rimuru is excited, especially about the elves. After 3 days, they reach the city and face harassment from locals. Rimuru displays his power, scaring away attackers, but they are jailed. Kaido, a soldier, realizes Rimuru's innocence and appreciates his healing potions. Kaido seeks Rimuru help, leading them to Kaizen, a blacksmith overwhelmed with orders. Rimuru impresses Kaizen with a pure magical crystal and asks him to teach the goblins sword making. Kaizen agrees and completes his orders with Rimuru help. To celebrate, they invite Rimuru to a party with elves. Initially reluctant, Rimuru enjoys the company and feels content with his accomplishments and the festivities. Rimuru is asked by an elf if he wants to see his future partner through a gem. Rimuru thinks it's Japanese. A minister orders a sword from Kaizel, who claims to have sold one to the kingdom already. This shocks the minister. Vesta insults Rimuru, who retaliates, angering Kaizel. They end up in jail. Kaizel explains Vesta's injustice towards him. Kaizel offers to help Rimuru escape, joined by others. They attend a trial where Vesta accuses them falsely. The hero king intervenes, banishing Vesta and pardoning Kaizel. Vesta is exposed for making a unique healing potion from a rare slime. He apologizes, but his post is revoked. The brothers and slime bid farewell, heading out to new adventures. The guide master scolds the leader for rambling and urges him to focus. The leader reveals that Veldora has disappeared and the cave monsters are also missing. The guide master grants the 3 chunks a 3-day vacation to investigate the forest's anomaly. A new character named Shizu joins, expressing a desire to explore the forest. Rimuru trains Ranga, showcasing newfound abilities. Rimuru oversees the growth of his goblin village and welcomes refugees. Later, Rimuru saves Shizu and her companions from giant ants. Shizu, Cavil, and Guido meet Rimuru, who offers them shelter. Shizu reveals her past and connects with Rimuru over their shared Japanese origins. Rimuru introduces modern concepts to Shizu through thought transfer. Meanwhile, Kaizel seeks Rimuru's assistance, and Shizu's backstory unfolds. The Demon Lord confronts Shizu, prompting a demon to challenge him. The Demon Lord orders Shizu to attack, hypnotizing him. Shizu's appearance changes, and he incinerates the demon with a fireball. The Demon Lord praises Shizu and names him. In a calmer scene, a girl feeds a fox, and Shizu watches. She asks Shizu not to tell anyone, and they bond over naming the fox. The fox evolves but becomes aggressive at the Demon Lord's castle. Hypnotized again, Shizu accidentally burns the girl and fox. Shizu wakes from this nightmare and visits a village, appreciating its beauty but declines to stay due to his missions. Later, Shizu collapses, his mask cracking and releasing energy. He becomes uncontrollable, and the Demon Lord hypnotizes him again, leading to destruction. Villagers and adventurers, including Rimuru, try to stop the chaos. Rimuru uses ice attacks and other strategies against the transformed Shizu. Rimuru eventually defeats Shizu using his Predator ability, restoring peace. Shizu lies unconscious as the internal demon is subdued. Shizu, lying down, shares her story with Rimuru before her death. She recounts being summoned from Japan, having a demon put inside her, working for the Demon Lord, losing her best friend, and eventually being defeated by a hero who taught her to control her powers. The hero gave her a mask to help control her abilities, but eventually left. Shizu became a teacher to avoid harming others. Shizu tells Rimuru about her students and her decision to leave teaching due to aging. She asks Rimuru to end her suffering, which he agrees to do. Shizu passes away, and Rimuru absorbs her, promising to fulfill her wishes and help her students. Rimuru, in Shizu's form, meets her former adventurer friends, who accept her fate and thank Rimuru. Rimuru promises to fulfill Shizu's dreams and creates a grave for her. The story then shifts to a pig monster in a desert who meets a masked man. The man names him Geld and commands him to attack the great forest of Jura. Rimuru shares that his village is being rebuilt, with goblins constructing strong houses thanks to good planning. He mentions how smart the goblins are, making his job easier. Then, Rimuru sneaks into a house, removes Shizu's repaired mask, and vows to keep it as a token of gratitude. Using his mimic abilities, Rimuru transforms into a human, tests his senses, and creates a duplicate of himself. He experiments with different forms, lamenting his genderless slime nature, but creatively morphing into masculine and feminine clones. A recruit informs him about village updates, prompting Rimuru to excitedly plan a celebratory meal, experiencing human taste for the first time. While exploring, Rimuru tests his abilities, merging fire and black lightning to create black flames. Suddenly, a crisis arises when goblins are attacked by unknown demons. Rimuru heals a wounded Gopta and confronts the attackers, urging them to talk. Despite initial resistance, Rimuru's power and diplomacy eventually win over the demons, revealing a misunderstanding about the mask. Rimuru forgives the attackers and invites them to a village feast, ending with a sense of camaraderie and unity as they head back for the celebration. The goblins are worried, but Rimuru tastes a piece of meat and enjoys it, bringing them relief. They celebrate, but concern arises about orcs attacking goblins. Kaiser explains that weaker orcs won't attack stronger ones without a major reason and recounts how their village was destroyed by orcs in human-made armor. Rimuru suspects a masked man's involvement. Rimuru offers the displaced orcs a place to live in exchange for their help defending the village. They accept and decide to work under Rimuru until they defeat the attacking orcs. Rimuru names 6 orcs, causing them to evolve. Benimaru and Shin become more human-like, while others gain new strengths. They prepare for an impending orc attack on the great forest of Jura, led by a pig lord, a powerful being born every 100 years. King Gaviro of the Lizardmen discusses strategies to defend against the orc horde. Rimuru's village trains for battle. The Lizardmen, led by Gaviro, move to ally with goblin villages to prepare for the orc threat. Gaviro aspires to prove himself a worthy leader, encouraged by his followers.